When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at Accenture.com/Spotify.
Have you ever returned to a place from your past and realized the place hadn't changed nearly as much as you had? That happened to me at the Colosseum. And it reminded me that sometimes God brings us back to the same place in a completely different season of life. This is Summit After the Storm podcast, and I'm Bart Wilbanks. This recent trip was not my first visit to the Colosseum. In fact, it was my fourth. Years earlier, I will never forget my first trip to the Colosseum because I had spent a week in the Netherlands for work. Then I flew to Italy for a second week of business in that country. The weekend between those 2 weeks, I took a train ride to Rome. Now, that trip to Rome was a disaster in many ways. But one thing was amazing, and I will never forget this. Walking outside at night and seeing what appeared to be flames rising from the Colosseum. It was all part of a special event during that week in 2010, a restoration project. So they used projectors to make the Colosseum appear to be on fire. And seeing one of the world's most iconic landmarks lit up that way was unforgettable. I remember thinking, I've got to come back here one day and really see the Colosseum, the inside of it, walk that and experience that myself. And now I can say that I have. In fact, I've been inside the Colosseum 4 times now.
This summer, soccer is here, and so are the watch parties. And Uber Eats has your game day essentials covered. Everything you need to keep your crowd happy, delivered straight to your door. Get wings, pizza, chips, dips, fresh ingredients, and more. Keep the soccer going and all your game day essentials flowing. Order in so you can lock in for the games. Only on Uber Eats for a limited time.
Trading at Schwab is now powered by Ameritrade, giving you even more specialized support than ever before. Like access to the trade desk, our team of passionate traders ready to tackle anything from the most complex trading questions to a simple strategy gut check. Need assistance? No problem. Get 24/7 professional answers and live help, and access support by phone, email, and in-platform chat. That's how Schwab is here for you, to help you trade brilliantly. Learn more at schwab.com/trading.
But this time was different. This time I wasn't rushing. I wasn't traveling alone. I was walking through the Colosseum with Amanda and our kids. And that really changed the perspective. As we walked through the massive stone corridors, I couldn't help but imagine the history that had unfolded right there. Thousands of spectators once filled those seats. Gladiators entered the arena knowing that many of them would never walk out. The crowd, they came to be entertained, and for them it was just another afternoon. For the men on the arena floor, it was life or death. Standing there this time, I realized something. The Colosseum wasn't just a monument to Roman engineering. It was a reminder that every culture is remembered for what it celebrates. The Roman Empire celebrated power, victory, entertainment, the applause of the crowd. Nearly 2,000 years later, the cheers are gone, the empire gone. But the Colosseum still stands as a reminder that even the greatest earthly kingdoms don't last forever. That made me think about my own life. How much time do I spend chasing things that won't matter years from now? Titles, achievements, recognition. Success isn't wrong, but if success becomes our greatest pursuit, we've missed what lasts. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6, 19 through 20, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasure in heaven." Standing outside the Colosseum and walking through the Colosseum, that verse carried a different weight. The greatest empire the world had ever known eventually became a place that people visit on vacation. History has a way of reminding us that everything on earth is temporary. Everything except what we invest in for eternity. As I looked around that day, I realized God had answered a prayer that I didn't even know I prayed years earlier. I had come back. Not for business, not to check another country off my list, but to make memories with the people I love the most. Sometimes God doesn't change our circumstances. He changes us. He brings us back to places that we thought we already knew so that we can see them again through different eyes. And maybe that's true for you today. Maybe God has brought you back to a relationship, a challenge, an opportunity that you thought was behind you. The place may look familiar, but don't assume God has the same purpose for you this time. Because sometimes the greatest difference isn't where we're standing, it's who we become. If this episode resonated with you, I would love for you to follow Summit After the Storm on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you're listening. Season 4 follows our family's journey across Europe, discovering timeless lessons, history, culture, faith, leadership, and family. Every destination has a story, and every story has a lesson. Until next time, keep climbing. Poly poly.